Conditional formatting is in main menu. You need to select the data which you want to apply it to and then select the options. Okay, so those are the standard rules, but as usual, the most interesting tool comes when you go into the manual formula rules. And for this, I would like to go to the concrete examples. So first task is, okay, let's highlight the cells which show the sales of 500 units or more. It's very easy. We select the array, we go to conditional formatting, new rule, let's go to classic, again, use the formula. We show the first cell on the left, and it's very important, so you always select top left cell. Then, since we want to apply this formula for each cell respectively, we need to take out all the dollar signs and we say if it's more than 500 and push OK. And essentially every cell which is more than 500 now is highlighted. Okay, let's go into more complex exercise. So essentially this is a very typical task when you are asked to highlight the SKUs which are, or the products which are growing very fast from month to month. Here it's important that there is no need to highlight the first column because we don't know the previous month sales, therefore we don't know what is the increase or decrease versus the previous month. So let's start from the second column. We go to the same path, new rule, classic, again we go to formula. Okay, it's very interesting. Here we say the following. So essentially we want to highlight the delta, which means that we need to go this minus the previous one. And we say, what is it? More than 100. Okay, perfect. Yes, now it works. You can not only link your conditional formatting to exact value of the cell, but also to certain ratios between the cells, which is very helpful. Okay, let's go to the third one. So for each brand group, highlight the months in which the stock will be depleted. Okay, this is a bit of trickier task. I added additional column which shows how much of the stock do we have at the beginning of the year. So here it becomes trickier because we do not only need to rely on the value of a specific cell, but also to the cumulative value of all the months before. So because we need to compare all the sales starting from the beginning of the year with the total stock available at the beginning of the year. So we need to say that the sum, let's start with the, so the sum, this and this, it's a bit trickier, it's less or equal to the value here. Okay, let's now spend time to understand how exactly do we need to log this element. So here, I'm sorry, so here you also need to understand that you cannot log the whole cell, but you need to log only the column of the cell, and then it should work properly. The next task is how to highlight the months selected in your cell. So essentially it's a very simple task, and usually you do it when you create some schedules of the events, this cell, and we need here to log the row, not the column, is equal to whatever is the month, and then here we need to log it. So it's month number 5. You see that it's highlighted number 5. You change it to 4, 4, 6, 6, 12, 12, 11, 11. So in this example, essentially we use the same approach. However, I wanted you to learn one helpful formula. So exactly we say the same. We'll log only the row, but unlike another example, we said equal to something. We say equal to month of today. And today comes without the formula, today comes without argument, and month of it gives you the month of today's date. So today is June, yeah, you see it here, today is June 25th, so it highlights the 6 months. So what exactly do we need to do? We need to calculate the average monthly sales over the period of 12 months. Then each of the cell we need to compare to this number and understand whether it is or it is not lower than this average by more than 10%. And if it is, let's highlight it. Okay, so let's select the data which we want to apply conditional formatting to, create new rule. Again, we go to classic, we go to formula, and okay, so we apply it to each cell. So let's immediately eliminate all the locking. And what we want to say is that if it's less than the average of this, and here we need to be very careful, because if we lock it, all the cells will be compared to the average sales of the first SKU, and we need to lock only the columns but not the rows. And here probably we need to multiply by 0.9, which means essentially lower by 10%. Okay, so here it's incorrect. Here we need to lock the column but not the row, and now like this it should work. With this, I want to say thank you and wish you a good day.